The Battle of Arras began on the 9th of April 1917 and lasted until the 16th of May. In that time, the British Army sustained 160,000 casualties, compared to the German Army's 125,000. One of the early casualties on the 9th of April was 2nd Lieutenant Alistair Buchan of the Royal Scots Fusiliers, John Buchan's younger brother. In this letter to John Buchan, Alistair describes his delight at returning to his own battalion, returning, that is, after recovering from a wound received in a previous battle. Delight in reading this lovely letter to Alistair from John Buchan's children, Ellis and John. In this photograph, we see 7 confident, smiling officers, taken a few weeks before the battle. Alistair is on the top row, second from the right. This account of the beginning of the battle on the 9th of April is from John Buchan's History of the War. Alistair Buchan was wounded between the 2nd and 3rd enemy position. Also killed on that day was Edward Thomas, the English poet and writer. About 2 weeks after the death of Alistair, John Buchan received this letter from Winston Churchill. The transcript is in the next slide. A certain A. Nimmo of B Company was asked to write an account of how Alistair's wound led to his death. The transcript is in the next slide. Here we have a super aerial view of the field hospital in Arras. In this photograph, we see the dressing station in Arras. It's a sad sight and a far cry from our modern medical facilities. Here is the dreaded telegram from the War Office. Mrs. Buchan, Alistair's mother, received this on the 11th of April. Buchan had asked his friend at battalion headquarters, Henry Aldine, to attend to the cross on Alistair's grave. In his letter, Aldine made a sketch of the wooden cross. It's a loving thought. The transcript of his letter follows. In June, John Buchan's sister, Anna, wrote this loving and delightful letter to Buchan. In it, she praises the poem he had written in memory of Alistair. The transcript and poem are on the next slide. In September, the nurse who attended to Alistair, Beatrice Reed, wrote this moving letter to Alistair's mother. Nurse Reed was still being kept busy in the casualty clearing station in September. The transcript of the letter is in the next slide. In December 1917, Alan Skeel, a fellow officer of Alistair's, wrote this touching and moving letter to John Buchan. The transcript is in the next slide. A captured German officer or NCO will be interrogated with the aid of this form. Note that the questions are written in both English and German.